Uh, Miranda said Ed has hose. Ed does not have hose, but
Well, you're the only hoe.
oh, we'll talk.
Damn, Joel's gonna be hurt.
He
I
definitely
mean,
is.
Jay Hearn is a hoe too.
Yeah, Joel is a hoe too. He is going to be jealous, but he's going to have to find out later because we are live. Welcome back, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great day, great week, great 2 weeks. As usual, we're back,
Yep.
and I know you're probably thinking like, "Wow, RC got pretty." Nope, that's not RC, guys. That's not him. Still ugly,
Surprise.
still ugly as hell. Yes, we got a good friend of mine and a even closer friend to Edward, like really
Yes.
close, like really close.
Yes, we
Yeah.
have my girlfriend, Miranda. To me, she's
Hi.
on the left. I don't know for real.
She's on the bottom on me.
Okay.
There we go. Hello. So we got Miranda here because RC, he got sick. He got a case of that pussilitis, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Pussilitis.
pussilitis. I heard it's going around. Yeah, yeah. He had a case
Yeah.
of it, so yeah, he's getting better. No, all the jokes aside, RC is really sick right now, and we hope him for a speedy recovery.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's just super high fever, and I hope that that when he hears this, he's gonna feel better because then he'll be able to come back and talk shit next week.
Yeah, just by the vibes, he'll
Yeah.
feel better.
Yeah, just by the good vibes, I'm putting it out there to the universe that he's gonna be fine.
We're gonna manifest it.
Yeah. So while he's busy, we had to get a co-host because I mean I'd be really everyone knows I get pissed off when we miss a day. Ed knows. He hears
Yeah.
he hears like an hour long rant about it. So he knows
Yeah.
I get really pissed off when we miss.
He calls me drunk at 3 in the morning saying you up, and I'm like, oh, it's sexy. And then it's like, why the fuck did we miss a day? We shouldn't have missed a day.
Facts. It's whatever. Hey, if you would have acted right, you would have got one of those sexy you ups.
What did I do? I was here.
You remember the time you drunk texted me thinking I was somebody else?
Dude, I was texting two Mirandas, and if they're listening right now, yeah, I'm just kidding. It's just one Miranda. No, there's three Mirandas like in order. And I was all fuck.
He hit me with the like, you up?
I was so embarrassed because I found out later about that, like the next morning, and I was like, "Fuck, the wrong fuck." No wonder that other Miranda was probably waiting for the "you up" message, and she didn't get it. That was a rough night, but she invited me to go to Gemini, and I remember thinking like, "Shit, should I pull through?" I don't know. I thought about it, and then I was like, I'll wait till she gets out that way because I'm drunk, she's drunk, and maybe we can like talk on the phone. I don't know. And that's when I hit Ed's Miranda with the "you up" text. So it happens to the best of us. But yeah, the other Miranda, she's cool too. But I don't know if she has a boyfriend or not. I don't think so. But anyways, she likes outdoorsy
I
shit.
mean,
I don't know if I like outdoorsy shit that much. I like it to an extent, but like she likes to go out in the water, like on the boards. That shit's scary as hell. So but anyways, yeah. So we do have disregard all that, guys. I'm gonna edit that out.
well, I mean, don't mind if I cut a cold one?
I don't,
Me too.
do you mind if I drink this water right here?
Steve's being responsible today.
I'm being sober for a bit. 75 days.
Not sponsored by Truly.
Yet.
75 days.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 75 days without any alcohol or anything like.
Nice.
Well, yeah, I haven't gone a sober day in a good while, like an actual full day of being sober. I think I've gone like every blue moon I'll go a day without drinking, but it's normally because I'm busy from wake up to night, and then those times I really don't drink. But on the days I have like I work a normal day, I get off of work, I just feel like as an American, as like a social construct, I just gotta crack open a cold one. I gotta crack open a cold Miller Lite. I don't think there's anything
It
wrong with
happens
that.
to the best of us.
Happens to the best of us. But I knew that I have one opportunity to run this 75-day hard challenge, and it was going to be right when I came back from Vegas, because so it's going to end like a week before Halloween. So I can do I can do something maybe like have a little motivation.
You could be sexy Wario.
Oh, that would be good. I was thinking about doing Fat Gum after he transforms.
Ooh.
Because I was Fat
That'd be
Gum.
good.
I was Fat Gum like before he transformed.
Okay, bro. if you do Fagno when he transforms, I'll be Kirishima, Red Riot.
All right, we'll consider it.
I'll do my hair red and everything.
Well, yeah, I'm glad because we're starting planning for the Halloween party because we want this one to be a banger. So that's down the line. But as of right now, yeah, I'm gonna be sober for 75 days. 2 workouts a day, a gallon of water a day, read 10 pages of a book. I read on the regular like 20 pages, so that's not gonna be an issue for me. 10
Hey,
pages is the bare
whoa,
minimum.
hentai doesn't count as
Yes, it does.
books.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It does. It does count. Just comment down in the chat, guys, if you think it counts, because it counts. Yeah, it totally counts. I don't know what he's talking about. Ed's just
What are
saying
you
that.
doing, Step Squid?
Ed's just saying that because he can't read, even the pictures.
Hey man, reading is hard.
Reading is pretty hard. But with that being said, let's go ahead and do a little check-in. Ed, how you doing? This last 2 weeks.
Doing good. Work's been pretty good. Actually, me and Miranda went to go see Big Time Rush in Houston this past week.
I was wondering where y'all at.
Bro, it was amazing.
Amazing. It was so good for no reason. Like, it had no business being as good as it was.
They put on a killer show. Their opening acts, Max and Jax, were fantastic. Beautiful crowd engagement. Our seats were closer than we thought. We met some people there, and like they were really cool. They sat behind us.
Yeah, dog. Edward made friends. He goes, "Oh yeah, this is Eric and Faith," and I was like, "I don't know who that is." He goes, "Yeah, well, they're cool," and I was like, "All right, cool."
So you made rando friends. Okay.
Yeah, because you weren't there.
Have fun with your little
True.
rando friends. Your full-fledged rando friends. Yeah. All right. That's good, man. I was wondering what concert because, people that post their entire story of the concert, nobody watches that.
I do it to save it.
Just add him next time.
Just at me like 35 posts. No, we were talking about that the other day because Alex was all Ed posted his whole fucking concert. Who the fuck's watching that? And then somebody was like, he's probably saving it for another day. And I was all right.
I posted 2 pictures, and that was all I posted.
I don't really post too much when I go to that one concert I went to. I always just like to be in the moment. I don't know. That's just me.
I mean,
I'm
that's
cool.
the thing. I recorded like parts of like the songs that I wanted, and then like to save it, I would just like throw it on the story and then save it later. But I could have just saved it. It was just so I didn't have to keep hitting like start and stop on like just recording.
I'm just fucking with you, dude. Do whatever
I
you
know.
want. Do whatever you
But
want
I
on your
do
social
that.
media. All right. What else, man? Anything else going on?
I've just been working, like
Yeah.
a lot.
Gross.
Got a raise though.
Let's go. Nah,
Same.
She's the breadwinner. Ed's the one that is like Ed's the one that's doing the dishes before she gets home and making the dinner. They make sure it's hot. That's Ed right now.
Bitch, I did that today.
He's legit did that today. Oh shit.
There was like a plate ready. The dishes were done. The dishwasher was going. He like made the bed.
All right, good win there, Ed. You never made the bed for
Thanks.
us.
I mean, it's because you were always in it.
There it is. Well, that's good. So, anything else, Miranda? I know you can't say, "Oh, I went to a big time rush" because Ed already said that. He took your.
Yeah, I know. I took a great nap earlier. It was amazing.
The best, right? Like,
Knocked out for like 3 hours. Woke up and I was like, "Oh shit, it's the same day." Pardon my language. Can I curse?
No, don't fucking curse on our podcast.
please.
Okay, cool. I was
watch your fucking
I was
language
just checking.
because this shit does not fly to our younger fucking audience. Those motherfuckers
Okay,
don't
cool.
like
I was just
cussing.
checking.
Yeah. Just quit your shit, you know.
Yeah, fucking
it.
stop.
Word.
No, that's I honestly I'm a nap advocate. I would fight for naps. I love naps, and I take the most aggressive ones too. Like I do the whole like on TikTok
Ooh.
where the phone falls on your face kind of nap. Like you're just out cold, and like I wake up in a different position, off the bed, on the bed, one pant leg out. It's
And
so
then
much-
like the same TikTok is still playing
you
like
know,
2 hours later.
You open the phone, it's the same. It's a renegade. I don't know right now with the TikTok. All
No,
right.
it's the Reddit stories over Subway Surfers.
That's the best. I like to listen to those.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not joking though. Like earlier when she took the nap, I know she's asleep because I'll hear the same fucking TikTok like 3 times in a row. So I just like grab her phone and turn it off, and put it down.
Uh, well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm a huge big into cat naps. I like. It's hard now because like I'm basically like always on call. My phone's like
Oh,
constantly.
really?
Yeah, I don't get paid for it. It's constantly ringing though.
Damn.
But because I have so many like I work with multiple departments at my job now that like they don't know when I'm off or when I'm on because I still teach at night. So in the middle of the day, I'm technically not supposed to be working, but I'm salary. So like I'll get a call there, but then I'll get a call later on in the night. So it just like goes without saying like those naps have kind of been a thing in the past. I'm trying to get away from them. Just I love naps, but like the reality of it is that like I get up at like 5 or 6, and when you take a nap, you can't go to bed early. So
True.
yeah, Miranda's probably gonna be up to like midnight, and then she's gonna be like, "Man, I'm so tired in the middle of the day." Well, no shit, you slept all day in the middle of the day yesterday, and what you're actually
No, dude,
doing.
I literally have a nap time from like 4 to like 6. And then I wake up and I don't go to bed until like 11, and then I get mad when I'm tired at 5.
Yeah, and that's actually called you're turning into what's called polymorphic sleeping patterns. Like the only ones that really do that, like cats will do that. Humans are habitually known to sleep 8 hours at night. That's normally how we do it. But
Wait, you're supposed to get 8 hours?
yeah,
Every night, yeah.
yeah, that would be nice to get 8 hours.
Who the fuck's making these rules, man?
Science. Well, all right. I'm glad you guys are both doing blah, 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 blah. Both doing good. Sorry.
But what about you, Steve? I
Yeah,
heard
what
you
about
went to
you?
Vegas.
I went to. We're not using that line. Yes, I went to Vegas. I went to Vegas. I
what
went
the
to
fuck?
Evo 2023, which if y'all know me and follow me on the stream, you know that I go to. I play in fighting game tournaments. I play Tekken 7, and I was there. I got to play Tekken 8, which was amazing.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, they had booths there. We only could play one match, and I couldn't film. But hopefully I have a vlog coming up soon with all the stuff that I bought with the experience. It was really awesome. Like, and I was there, and people were coming up to me and was like, "Hey, aren't you the True Alpha Steve?" I go, "Yeah," and then they give me their alias. I'm like, "No fucking shit." And then like it was like we were bonding.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
badass.
yeah, that's like a good feeling. It's happened a couple times, but that's like a feeling that like you've been playing with these guys for years, and you finally meet them in person. It's like it's a surreal moment, and it's like awkward because you kind of have to like listen for them to call your name because I'm not just walking around going like I'm True Alpha Steve, I'm True Alpha Steve, but they'll say my name, and I played pretty well. I did really good. Definitely a life changing experience. I don't think that I would ever. I never thought I'd be at Evo playing Tekken. That was and I got 193 out of 1,590 people. Not the best, but
Crazy.
It is still good,
I'm
man.
trying to get top 100, but that'll be a next year journey. But yeah, it was really good, and I had a really good time. But Vegas, I was telling everyone at work I wasn't gonna come back to work. I was like, I'm gonna stay in Vegas. But being in
Yeah,
Vegas is
said
not.
the same thing to us.
It's not. It's not. It's not. I'm not made for Vegas. Like I'm not like financially made for Vegas.
No.
Vegas is a different breed.
It's like crazy amount of money. Like we spent so much money on beer. I want don't even I checked I wish I could check my bank app to tell you how much I spent on beer, but
Oh, you should have.
I want to say it's like 700 each.
I should have told you the hacks that you could have done.
Well, we should have got off the strip. That would have been the big move.
We're not even on the strip, if or not off the strip, but if you go to like the little convenience stores inside the hotels, they usually have like 2 tall boys or 3 tall boys for like $10, and you can just carry them wherever the fuck you want.
Okay, so that's what we did.
Oh, okay.
And that's not the move because tall boys, we get 2 Miller Lights in Texas for $4. 2 tall boys for $4.
I know, but
you're paying $10 for a tall boy. $10.
not for one. It's usually for like 2 or 3.
No, we bought. I bought. It was 2 tall boys. It was $21, and they gave us a free shot, which was nice. Yeah.
See, when I went with RC, we got like fucking the deal of like it was like 3 tall boys and a shot, and it was like $12, and where we were, and it was on the strip, and that's why I was like, that's the move because otherwise you're paying for less than a tall boy at like a bar, and it's 21 fucking bucks for one drink.
the bar was just, it was a nightmare of paying for stuff. But I mean, it was again, I would not take away the experience. I just financially is not built. I'm a regular person. I have a regular job. I make good money, but not go to Vegas and blow $700 on beer money. But it was. I mean, I'll do it again next year, but that's because next year I don't care. I'm just gonna do it. But yeah, but I'll tell you right now, the worst thing, and this is gonna segue into today's episode. Now, everything was prestige. Everything was badass. A little pretentious. Like the burgers were like Wagyu beef. Great, I like Wagyu beef. It was delicious. The steaks were good. The pizza was good. All of the food was good. Everything was like divine. But one thing that sucked, and it might have been because we were in the hotel the most of the time, and we're using the shops there, was the shitty ass customer service. God damn, bro. I tell you what, they treated us like we were like we were like we were bothering them.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's, to me, that's like the worst thing you could do as like, if you want to provide good customer service, if you're treating them like you're a burden to them. And it was like it was like simple things, like literally we had a waitress and like she disappeared like for an hour. Okay, I'm exaggerating. Like 40 minutes. We have finished our appetizers, we finished our beers, and that's because we got a pitcher. We finished all that, and we're just waiting for for someone to come in and like assist. And then finally, Alex was like, "Hey, can you get our waitress?" So another bartender, and he goes, "She's actually working on something else. What can I do for you?" I was like, "You fucking dickhead! You were there watching us, and you knew she was off. We didn't know that. Otherwise, I would have asked you a long time ago." But anyways, that was shitty. They treated us like shit at another place that we went to. What was it at? Oh man. At the other restaurant we went to. The only place that we really found good customer service was at the Prohibition Bar. That was it. Yeah, the Prohibition Bar, they were just solid. But
that's where you found the speakeasy, right?
Yeah. It's called the Prohibition Bar. It's behind like a bookshelf, and you gotta like push back into it. But that was about it. And I thought about it. I was like, as soon as we got into Texas, it was like Texas hospitality, like right from the very beginning. So I think
that's definitely a thing that Texas is known for.
Yeah, and that's that's why we brought Miranda on board, because fun fact, we all have like, I want to say decades. I don't know about y'all. I have about almost like a decade and a half of customer service.
I hit a decade next year.
Yeah.
I'm at 6 years, 7 years.
And we've been in the customer industry for a while. I mean, I've been in multiple different customer service, and now I'm actually a teacher, and it's a different form of customer service because it is customer service, like the way you talk. But I definitely wanted to kind of bring in Miranda here because she actually works at a retail store, but she works at like the business center section of it, which is probably the worst place to work at any retail spot. Because
I got some stories.
You deal with like legitimately, you deal with the people that are paying bills, so you're already pissed off. They're already like, here, take my fucking money, get out of here. Like, they're pissed off. You're dealing with like declined cards, receipts getting suspended. You're dealing with all the backlash. You're dealing with
returns.
It's like a nightmare.
Not only that, but now I'm a manager in that department, so like now it's my problem. And like before I'd just be like, oh yeah, let me call my manager, but now I'm the manager.
She's like, hold on, let me call the manager. Here.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm right here. Yeah, I'm the manager. She just changes her hat.
It's one of those things like, yeah, let me get them. Rips the cord around your hand. Hello.
I just like duck out of view and then I come back like, hi.
She like squats down and then comes back up. Hello, you want to see the manager? Well, that's always a good thing to be like. I always think when you're running a spot, you kind of get control over like the schedule and you get good pay. So that's always a good thing. Yeah. So that's something that I think is one thing that you deal with. I know Ed, you deal with a different side of it. You deal from the perspective of like a worker. So you ever seen those jokes where it's like you're carrying like 8 boxes and somebody says, "Are you busy?" That's Ed right there. He's carrying all these boxes.
I had that shit happen today, bitch.
Are you busy today? Nah, just throw all the boxes.
Nah.
No, we can spend an hour tangenting on the fucking cliches that these people say. Like I get it.
That happened.
I get it that some of these people are just trying to like brighten, your day by making a joke. But then there's just the times where you're just annoyed and it just pisses you off.
Working hard or hardly working.
Yeah, like I'll have old people say it to me and I'll laugh and like it's it's cute, it's whatever. But if I have some like middle-aged dudes say it, I just get annoyed. I'm like, dog, just don't talk to me. I'm trying to do some shit here.
I didn't ring up.
I'll be like,
Must be free.
Oh my god, that
yeah,
one.
haha.
Do you work here?
No.
I get asked that one on the daily, and I
tell
kind of
people no.
understand it
Yeah.
because since I'm a lead now, I wear like different colored shirts and like fancier shirts, so I do understand that. They're like, are you a vendor or are you a worker? I understand that, but yeah, it's still kind of annoying sometimes.
I don't think it's annoying. I think it's funny because I ask people that all the time. I don't care. I'm one of those customers like, do you work here? Like, because like I don't know if people work here. Like they can.
That's true.
Like especially.
My thing is,
Good.
if I'm wearing a bright ass sweater like that, and they're like, "Do you work here?" I'm like, "No, no."
I also don't like I don't know if people are on break or on lunch. It's like one of those things. Like I'm very courteous about it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of cliches that come with it. I definitely don't like. I tell everyone this: if you ever want to get out of customer service, just deal with data because numbers don't complain. They don't. Numbers don't complain. They don't talk back. They don't fucking call. They don't call you the store leadership to report you. Yeah, they don't do shit like that.
The only thing they do is that they don't match, and then you have to figure out where the problem is.
That's easy for me.
That's hard for me.
But yeah, I mean, we can just jump into it. Like, okay, how would you describe like the best customer service that you can give? I mean, I think I always go from the perspective of like I come in, I greet everyone, and that's something I do like now, and I've done it like continuously, like my whole like since like I was 15. Everyone, I mean, even when I'm not working, I'll be on the street like, "Good morning, how you doing?" And what they say to me is like, because they'll like
Fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fuck off, Four Eyes. Like, or
Glasses.
or the worst one is when they just like, "Good morning."
Dude, that's more gutty than anything. Yeah.
Bro, it hurts.
All right, fuck me too then.
It
I'd be
burns.
like, "Hey, bye."
But
All right.
but the truth is like the way they respond to me is a representation of them. The way I respond to them is a representation on me. So like I'm in the good faith here. They're the ones that like.
Yeah.
You know what I should do though? If I should say good morning to the same person that ignores me every day, and then one day I'm just gonna walk by her, and she's gonna be like, "What?" And then her morning's it's gonna go to shit. You have someone that tells you good morning and you don't tell them.
No, I had this guy come in, and he would always cash his lottery tickets at my counter. And every morning, I'll do the same like witty quip. I'm like, "Oh, $1 million!" Like, "Oh, you got $1 million?" And then they have like $10, and I was like, "Oh, you just need a couple more zeros." Homie just dead faced the entire time. He never said a word to me until one day he came in, and I think he had like a bigger hitting ticket. I was like, "Oh, $1 million?" And he was like, "Yeah, something like that." Like he finally hit me back with like a little quip, and I was like, "I got him."
Oh man, so he was rich and single.
I think he had a wife.
Oh, okay, that makes sense because he's rich.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of how I always feel about things. I'm very polite and courteous. I'm very conscious as well to like conscientious.
Conscientious.
Conscious.
The
Speaking's hard.
Yeah, words are really tough these days.
Aware. You're very aware.
Yeah, I'm very aware of the situations that like I can help, and I've been like now I don't know, it's like second nature because like coming off of COVID, I did not know how to talk to people at all.
Stay back.
It wasn't even like that. It was more like I didn't talk to people for like 4 days in a row, and then the favor guy would come and I would just talk that dude's ear off. I basically chased him to the car. I'd be like, hold up, Daniel, wait, you want to come in and split this pizza?
Not the fucking favorite
Daniel
guy.
Just like I'm requesting for Daniel every time.
That's so funny.
But that was like when I was in San Antonio. I just felt like all alone and like so I really didn't have anyone to talk to. But like now I'm like back to like good standing. I'm answering phones. I'm calling people because now it took a while to get over that hump. I didn't have to do that for so long, and now I'm back to like talking to people in person, like committing and things like that. And that's just part of it. So what do y'all think about that? Like about your customer service abilities? Is it primo? I think Ed's is pretty primo. I'm not sure about Miranda's yet.
Miranda, go first.
I basically treat people the way I want to be treated. So, like, if I come at a person with an attitude, I'm obviously going to expect to get an attitude back. So what I do is like I always greet them like, "Hi, good morning. Like, how are you? How can I help you? Like, what can I do for you?" I always hit them with the like, "How can I help you?" You know what I mean? Like, "Hey, what do you want?" You know what I mean? As opposed to like, you know. And usually they're pretty nice. I do have a few of them that are just like upset and they just want like a reason to be upset. And the way I handle that is I don't feed into it. I just keep like my tone like very neutral. I keep my tone very neutral and like I try not to be an instigator or anything like that.
The sorry, I was looking at I'm looking at the audio right now. It was spiking.
Yeah.
No, and I think like you're mimicking them, right? Like you mimic the way they like their body language, and you
Yeah.
mimic their facial expressions, and you mimic their tone and their voice. I've been known to yell. I've been told I yell when I teach classes.
You're yelling right now. You need to tone it down.
I've been told like a couple times that I've yelled at class, and I always say the same thing. I'm like, I'm not yelling. I'm just passionate. There's a difference. And when I'm passionate about something, yeah, I'll get loud. You should hear me when I'm playing Tekken at 4.
You do that too.
You like your
Edward does that too.
his like octaves go up, right? And if he gets too excited,
Dude,
it's
I'm
like,
like, why are we shouting?
oh, I like when Ed starts to shout because it means he's kind of tipsy, and then we can have some fun.
I mean, we can have fun without the alcohol, right?
We're just saying that now because I'm sober for 75 days. You wouldn't say that if I was shotgunning a beer right now, would you? You know what? I'll start tomorrow. Give me that beer.
Okay.
No, I mean,
I'll start tomorrow. Opens up his cup and pulls out a Miller Lite. It's just a sleeve.
it was already in here. No, this is just vodka and water. But no, I agree. I think that Edward does get excited and he raises his voice. But it feels good, you know, to be a little passionate, excited about something. I get like, but I don't yell. I'm just like very passionate about some things, and like it's just like they'll remind me that I'm yelling. My biggest feedback I always get is the same thing. I talk too fast. I've gotten like 4 or 5 complaints about that from like students that I've had that I talk too fast, and I don't know where it's developed, but I mean, one of them recently, and it actually became an issue. They said that that I'm too hopped up on energy drinks, and that I'm speaking too fast. And they actually told me about that I need to chill out with the energy drinks. But I only had one.
I hear that too.
I only have one in class, but I drink those liquid deaths, and I think they thought those were energy drinks.
Oh.
So like it's like I'm drinking they think I'm drinking 300 milligrams of caffeine like in a 3-hour session.
And he was drinking water.
Yeah,
Water.
It's just water, not even exciting. But yeah, so that was a big complaint that I've gotten so far in this like industry I'm in right now. But it's hard. It's hard to like be functional without caffeine.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a raging caffeine addiction. I drink at least 200 milligrams a day. And like if I don't, I feel like a shell of a person.
Today I really broke it down. I actually, I think today I hit an all-time max. I think I hit about 700 milligrams of caffeine. I had one this morning like around 6 to go to work, and then I had pre-workout in the middle of the day for my workout, and then I had I was teaching, and I just like tonight I took another energy. I had another energy drink, and I drank it because I knew we had to do the podcast, and I had to teach a class, and I don't like to be boring when I teach. I like to make it a little more exciting. So if I'm tired,
so you yell.
Yeah, so I yell. When I'm tired, I'm just.
Is your heart doing the thing?
Yeah, palpitating? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's palpitating. Yeah, I'm gonna have a heart attack tonight.
No.
But yeah, so all in all, I do think that mimicking the behavior of like a customer is good. But like, when do you start yelling? Like, when do you start yelling back at them?
You're not supposed to.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Oh, okay. Me neither.
I mean,
neither.
I'm not saying you don't. And I mean, there is those customers that can push you to that limit, but like, you're supposed to do your hardest not to.
Yeah. What about?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like I think being mad, and I get mad. I mostly get frustrated or irritated, but a lot of times like just having a general emotion of being mad is really like, to me, it's like a weakness for myself. It's like I'm so upset that I'm mad, and it solves nothing. Nothing gets solved. I'm literally just mad alone by myself.
True.
Like I'm just it's a wasted emotion and a wasted time, and it just takes away from like those like I'm wasting time being mad and nothing is getting solved. That person is probably living a good life over there, like just I don't even know who I am. I don't even know who I am, and I'm over here mad and miserable because they said something I didn't like. It's a waste
One
of
of my
emotion.
favorite things,
Good.
I was dealing with a lady this one time, and she was so upset because I wouldn't like return something for her, something like that. It was like a stupid return. She bought it like a year ago. Keep in mind, our return policy is 90 days. So it already wasn't going to happen. And then, like, not only that, this item was on clearance. Like, she had the box, she didn't have the receipt, the card expired. Like, it was just a stupid return, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And she got so upset. Like, she was calling me, like, every name you can imagine. And then she leaves. I get a phone call, and all the phone calls come to the service center. So I answered. And I was like, how can I direct your call? And she was like, I want to make a complaint about one of your associates. And I was like, oh. She complained to me about me.
Had twist. I'll be sure to report that.
I was like, yes, ma'am. I'm going to talk to somebody about her. Like, we've gotten a lot of complaints about her. Like, sometimes her attitude just isn't there. And it was about me.
She's up for being fired. I'm about to fire her right now. Just making up all this bullshit.
Yeah. She was like, thank you so much for your help. You were really helpful. And I was like,
You're a great employee. I would never complain about you. Why can't you work in the business center?
It was so stupid. It was the dumbest thing ever.
Oh, I love vicious circles when they come back around. What about you, Ed? Your customer experience background.
Well,
No, keep going.
oh, well, with I guess since I'm on a different side of the store than like she would be in where I work, I think of it in a different mindset. You know, I've always said like we, at least the people in my area, we deal with the customers before anything bad happens in their experience at the store. We are the reason, I guess, something bad may happen because we'll be out of something or whatever. So I always do my best to, when I see someone next to me, if I'm like stalking and they look lost, I'll say, "Can I help you find anything?" Or "What are you looking for? How can I help?" Usually it always goes really well. Some people ignore me, don't listen. Some people are like, "Oh, I'm good," or "No," and I'm like, "Okay." But usually, if they ask me, like, I ask them what they're looking for, I try and help them find it. If we're out of it, I try to give them an explanation on why, because they usually ask, like, well, why don't you have it? And I'm like, well,
So out in the warehouse.
it's out of the warehouse. There's a shipping problem. Like back when, there's the aluminum was like out for some reason for the sodas. I had customers, even though I'm not in that department, they were asking me, and I was trying to help them. And I was like, well, there's a shipping problem with aluminum right now. They're not being able to get the production out, so that's why we don't have like these sodas. I always try to help, even if it's not in my department. I just try to help them to make their experience better, so they don't have that shitty day if we are that reason. We're out of their thing. And I always do, like, sometimes if there's something similar, I tell them, well, this is kind of like it if you want to try this. But I know some people are loyal to brands. It really just depends. Usually it's more just calm, courteous. I just stay calm. If someone starts being like a lot or pissing me off, honestly, I've done it a couple times. I'll walk away. I'll just walk.
And that's
I
like,
would just
and
go to a different area.
And for you and I, that was what was taught to us. It's like,
Yeah.
Have you ever been followed? When I
No.
was at
You've
HEB,
been
I got
followed?
followed. I walked away. They followed me to the back room. And like literally, I walked to the back, and there was a manager. I won't call him out. He basically just like stopped the customer and said, "You can't be back here." And he was like, "I want his name." Like he was basically asking me, "His name's Steve. This isn't the right way to handle it." But he followed me to the back. Yeah, and
I mean,
it's been pretty. It's been like that everywhere. It depends on what store you work at.
I mean, the store you worked at, it's
The one we worked at.
the one
All
we
of
worked
us
at
worked
was
at.
bad.
No,
No,
like those.
he's talking about a different one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that one was like very pretentious.
Yeah.
I came from when I was back in retail. I came from a very poor store, and everyone's gonna know what I'm talking about now. I came from a very poor store, but I don't work there no more. I don't care. And I remember some of the complaints were really kind of minor. Like they weren't like they were like something like I want to mix and match these ramens. Can I just bust open this case? Like, sure, I don't care. Because ramen's rolls off no matter what. It didn't matter to me. But when I went to a more pretentious store, I saw online on the television, on my 85-inch television, that there's a certain salt named Himalayan pink salt. But I don't see it on your shelf. I'm like, here it is. No, that's just Himalayan salt. I want the Himalayan pink salt. Ma'am, the crystals are pink. This isn't on. I saw it on TV. You have it at the Dallas store.
God.
You have it. I saw it at the Dallas store. It says pink on it. Like, we're going back and forth. And then, like, and back when I worked in that potential store, I was in charge of special orders. Oh,
How
man.
goody.
Special orders, if y'all don't know what a special order is, everyone, that's basically something that they don't sell in the store that you have to go research and find and bring it in. And by the way, they're supposed to buy a full case, but I hear this shit, it used to piss me off.
They never do.
They go, I'll just buy one. And I'm like, ma'am, you said you buy a full case, so I order. It's going to sell. Like, regardless if it's the most it could sell crazy amount. Where am I going to put it? Like, where do you think where do I put it? I just advertise it for the back? Like, I honestly got so frustrated with things like that. It's going to sell. You have no idea. First off, you don't know if it's going to sell. Second off, like, I don't have a location for it. Third of all, you told me on the phone you'd buy a full case. That's why I ordered it for you. So and
then they come back and return the one salt that they bought because they didn't like it.
They normally would come back and they see their full product on a shelf because we had to force it into the set, and none of it sold. And they're like, "Oh, I'll buy it over the year." And it's like a year's gone by and they've bought in 4, and there's like 20 left.
8 left.
Yeah, full
depending.
24 pack on there, and I'm just like, wow, okay. And it's one of those things. It's like get over it. Like, don't, I just have dealing with special orders. You'd have to deal with people that are not going to substitute anything. They're not going to substitute a different salt or a different pepper or none of that. They're going to get the one they want. They saw it on a television. They saw it on Amazon. They saw it everywhere else but that store. But you have to go looking for it. Oh man, it was a nightmare. And
there are some things though that I just like. For example, if we're talking, in my case, I deal with a lot of coupons. I really don't care about coupons. I will scan it through and I'm like, yeah, here, take your $1. I don't care enough to do that. Like, I will give them a coupon for a product that they don't even have. I'm like, yeah, sure, here.
Here's $1.
I don't care enough.
$1.50 off your razors. I don't have razors. Whatever.
It's not my money.
I mean, to be fair, I was told from an old MIC a while ago, like on one of my previous stores. He always told me, if you can make the customer happy, go for it. He'd always back, like, if it was like, even if it was like $20, like if it was something to help them, if it was something that like we could do, just go ahead and do it. Like times like that, like even if it wasn't like a coupon, like if the coupon wasn't scanning, just push it through, just let it happen, because it'll make that customer happy and it'll build a loyalty for them to come back. And so there are some thwe like where that's like, go ahead and do it.
Well, whenever I was like working retail, my boss told me that he said, because we were out of like Dr. Pepper. If y'all know, if you're from Texas, Dr. Pepper's a staple. I love Dr. Pepper. It's the best.
I love Dr. Pepper too.
It's so good. Everyone loves Dr. Pepper, but they were mad because like the Dr. Pepper didn't come in, it ran out, whatever the case may be. And I was telling my boss about it, like I just, couldn't, we didn't have any in the back. I was telling him, like, if you can call the vendor or whatever, and he said it's not going to come in, blah, blah, whatever the case was. He said, if that ever happens, grab a 12-pack of Dr. B and give it to them. Just give them our brand and let them try it for free. And I was like, yeah. But this was before they had the cards.
Oh, really?
This was before that. Like, it was like a word of mouth. I had to like basically like tell them to call the work number that I had, and I'd say yes, give it to them, like just honor it, and it was weird. It was weird because there's no receipt for it, so like it's like they literally just stole it.
You're right, but all I'm gonna say is, you do that to anybody in Texas and tell them, oh, this is good, like Dr. Pepper, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking face. Yeah, it ain't the same.
Yeah, they're gonna sock you. Right in the
They're gonna be pissed.
Yeah,
a little hack that I do, not like a hack, but like if say somebody comes in with a receipt and they were like, "Hey, I was doing my grocery shopping and the bagger didn't put this item in my bag," you know what I'm gonna say? Go get it. That's fine. Just go grab it and then show me that you got it and you're good. Did they probably steal it? Yeah, but like you can take it.
Yeah, and
I
most,
checked.
yeah. I mean, most retail stores actually account for the amount of like profits lost. They account for that. There's a formula for it, but yeah, I mean, it's really about just giving like making it feel like they you want them there, like that they're not a burden, none of that. And I don't know what it is, but lately I've been running into like, I'm not sure if it's because of COVID, but I've been like running into like my fair share of like you know what place has the worst customer service? I don't know if y'all agree with this. What the fuck's wrong with Wingstop? Why are they why are they so mad?
Dude, honestly, I don't like Wingstop anymore.
I think it's okay.
I love their wings, dude.
She
but
loves
the customer
Wingstop.
service is terrible.
I don't care for Wingstop. I think it's overrated,
Like,
and I don't eat it anymore. Really.
getting wings and like, where's the
I
sauce?
love Wingstop.
You ain't got sauce at home? I mean, I do, but like, I wanted like y'all sauce. Like, yo, dead ass, dude. They're like so mad. Like, I don't know if it's like in the training. It's like, oh yeah, the customer's gonna ask for some shit. Pretend like you don't give a fuck and like don't honor it. Just always say the same line back. Say HEB's right down the street. Just go pick up the sauce there. That's what they want. That's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear
The sauce at home. You're pouring ketchup onto your wings.
It's so bad, dude. Why are they so mad?
I don't know, man.
That was pretty bad. I just.
That's why I like B-dubs.
Not. So
I hate
much.
B-dubs.
I like B-dubs. I used to really like it back in the day, but it's changed a little bit. But I think it's just my store that changed. I think everyone else is fine. Yeah, because
The one here is not bad.
Yeah, and when I went there, it was fine. But I don't know what happened in my store. I think it got new ownership. It got bought out by Arby's, I think, or something. Not mine. All the B-dubs got bought out.
Yeah.
They all got bought
By
out.
Arby's?
I believe so.
Or did they buy
They have
out
that
Arby's?
money?
No, that's what I thought. Arby's bought them out.
I mean,
Who's
Arby's does
eating
have
at
the
Arby's?
meats. They have the meats.
I don't know who's eating at Arby's, but
Who's at Arby's?
Arby's is good.
I've never had. Well, they have curly fries, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking Jack in the
Okay,
Box.
but so
Never
does
mind.
Jack in the Box.
Never mind. Fuck Arby's. Ed's all hurt.
Fuck out of here. Arby's is good. Caleb agrees with me.
Love, I have never in my life ever seen you eat at Arby's. And we have
'Cause I
been
don't
together
eat
for
it-
4 years.
I know. I don't go. I don't go to Arby's. But if I'm like road tripping and there's a
I-
gas station with Arby's, I'm gonna get me some Arby's.
I've never in my life seen you eat Arby's.
Ed's like sneaking out of
It's
the middle
also
of the night.
because you won't eat Arby's, so I don't suggest Arby's.
Ed's like sneaking out in the middle of the night, like, where are you going? To cheat on you? He's like going to Arby's. He's in the Arby's drive-thru. Thought you were gonna cheat on me. It's not what you think. He's like wiping curly fries off his face. Cheating ass motherfucker.
He goes, "Hey, I'm working late today." I'm like, "Oh, really?" He's just at Arby's
He's just
by himself.
His trackers at Arby's by himself. That's the
It's
only.
like-
That's
it's
the
like
only
the
way
sun-
to eat Arby's. You can't
The
eat
Sunny episode when they get the house, sleeping in your car, eating pot stickers.
the only way to eat Arby's is alone. That's a single table serving. Yeah, because you don't want to be seen eating Arby's. Everyone at Arby's is looking at each other. Like, let's not tell
Matter
everyone.
of fact, in Arby's, they're only just single seats.
Yeah, they're only just. It's like chairs against the wall. Like the tables are pushed against the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know anyone that. I guess so. Yeah, fuck Arby's, dude. Jack in the Box is pretty good though. They have. Yeah, but anyways, yeah.
Dragon Box is so mid, but it's
Anyway.
good.
Yeah, Wingstop has just terrible service. I just have to let it out because I've ordered from them. I went and picked up, and I've had like 4 times I went there. 4 different people were just like pissed off. Like one thing that makes me like just infuriates me to like the T is when I'm there and they don't address me at like for 15 minutes or even 10 minutes or even 5 minutes. I'm just sitting there. They don't say, "I'll be right with you." Hey, good morning. How's your day? I'm just gonna get this out. I'll be right there. There's our menu. You can get whatever the case is. They don't address me at all, and I honestly feel like that pisses me off. And like, cause if you walk out, like, there's no way of teaching them a lesson on this. Like, you can't. Obviously, like if you leave, they win.
You're fucked.
they win, and I'm hungry. like you don't get anything out of it. So like, you just gotta wait there and look like a dumbass.
They
or
win and I'm hungry.
yeah, you just look like a dumbass. And then there's been times where like I'm just sitting there, right, and they don't address me, like not like especially at Wingstop, but like they address me and like they always like have some kind of smart shit, like they don't address that they were just like weren't busy or they were doing something. They just come and they just like, all right, what can I get you? They're not even looking at me. They don't even like they're not. There's no engagement there. It's just like, what can I get you? Yeah, all right, okay, yeah, spicy or hot, like like I don't feel like I'm being addressed there. But I'm just a diva about my Wingstop about my wings.
I mean, if we're talking about customer service, we can also go to about fucking Walmart when you can never fucking find anybody.
I like Walmart.
Have you tried to find help during the day and there's no one, and then you
Okay,
see
but
a
who's going to
cluster of
Walmart
them?
during the day?
You see a cluster of them talking, and you walk up to ask a question, and they act like you're calling them something horrible, and like, what do you want? And it's like, dude, I need help.
I don't.
I
I
need
don't.
a locked item.
I don't see. That's what you're talking about. Buying locked
I've
items from
kind of
Walmart.
personally, I've never had a bad experience like asking people for help. I'm like, hi, when you get a chance, can I get help with this? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. And then like they're there in like 5 minutes. Like I don't think
I've had plenty of problems like that.
But
I think it's because you're men.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
always
You know that if they want to know our problems, they can check out our mental health podcast.
Yeah, we talk about all the problems we have as men.
I
Yeah.
like the subtle plug.
Always.
Yeah, I'll put a link. I'll put the video at the end of the video. I'll put that video description in the description video at the end. That made sense.
I
Yeah.
got you.
Totally. Yeah,
I got it.
So,
I know what you said.
yeah, I never had issues with Walmart. I never. But see, I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to talk to anyone. Like there's nothing I want from Walmart that I don't know where it is. And if it's locked up, but you're right though. If it is locked up, they're like gatekeepers. Like, hey, can I get this Nintendo Switch? All right, let me. I need someone in electronics. 10 minutes.
And you wait like fucking
you wait,
30
and they
minutes.
leave.
And the homie that you ask is in electronics. Like,
Yeah,
But they're not
And
the
then
one
they
with the
leave.
key.
yeah, they're never. It's not them. Oh, I don't have a key. Like, so it's like they call someone to come from electronics. That person was already in electronics. They go, all right, call someone, and then they leave. And then they come back like 30 minutes later, and you're just sitting there, switchless.
That's what I'm saying.
And like,
Switchless.
and you're just
I mean,
like, what? Did y'all forget? Or
Well, so
Target would never.
one of the main ones that I had like the problem with it, like the whole experience I was talking about, was when I went to get paint because I didn't want to drive all the way to go to like Home Depot and Lowe's. I was like, oh, I can just go to Walmart. It's 5 minutes away. And I was going to get paint, and there was no one there. I asked someone that I saw. They called someone. No one showed up because they weren't in that department. And then I walked down the aisle, and there was just a cluster of them fucking talking. And when I went to ask them a question, like for paint, they acted like I was just the worst person in the world. And I was like, dog, I just need some fucking paint, man.
I mean, it's not that they made you feel that way, but let's be realistic. That's like going into the sewing section and be like, can somebody cut some cloth for me? No one works.
That's their fucking job.
No one works in the paint section, and no one works in the clothing section or the cloth section. No
Then
more.
why is it there?
Exactly. They should get rid of it or get a specialist.
I'll just cut it my damn self. Like,
Oh yeah, they see you bust out scissors, like
yeah, I'll do it myself.
But the thing is like that's like one of those like dying like departments, like the person in charge of this fish. Remember they used to have like a
Oh my
they used
god!
to have,
When they had
fish-
like the whole fish section.
Yeah, they had you could get like a rotisserie chicken and then go get you a fish.
Like a goldfish.
get you like a puffer
A
fish.
beta fish. Yeah.
And then you could just take
A
care of that.
puffer fish.
You can get any fish you want there, but that they get it's some departments just die out, and there's no one like it would be financially irresponsible for somebody to hire a full-time textile person to run the textile spot. But for the paint, I also don't think that's a big one either. Like who's running the paint department? Like no one.
No, and that's fair. But my point is that I asked like someone there. They said, yeah, let me call them. They were nice. And they called them, and I waited like 20 minutes, and no one showed up. And when I found people, a group of workers, they were very rude to me when I was just like asking, hey, do any of y'all work in the paint area? I need help.
Yeah.
That's what I was
No,
asking.
I mean, yeah, they're obviously not doing due diligence for their customer service. Yeah. But again, you got to think about, like, again, you have to think in the grand scheme. I do feel like Walmart is particularly rude or unaware of the way they treat customers. But I don't think it has to do with them not. I think it's like protocol. Or I don't know. I feel like they're always
Protocol.
you got to be rude to the customers every once in a while. Otherwise, they get comfortable.
It's in the hiring booklet. Be rude occasionally.
Be nice to 5 customers, but on that 6th one, you treat them like they're a step kid. That's how you treat them. That's
Step
exactly how you
kid.
treat them.
Bitch, I've been treated like that my whole life. Why do I gotta be treated like that as someone else?
I don't know, step brother.
Oh, do you want to talk
exactly.
about it?
That's a different podcast.
You know, one of the things I've heard about Disney World is that, like, on the first
Oh
day of
my
orientation or whenever they do it, they say who's here working for who's here part of the maintenance staff, right? And like 1 or 2 people that got hired on with maintenance will raise their hand, and then nobody else raises their hand, and they say, wrong. Every one of y'all are here is maintenance. And if you see trash, you're supposed to pick it up. Yeah, so I don't know if that works. I want to test all these Disney hacks over there. Like obviously, like I want to find Mickey in 2 different spots. I want to find out if you ask them for where's something at. Do they take you to that, or do they just say they point?
They do the 2-finger point.
Yeah.
I want to walk by Goofy and drop some trash and see if he picks it up.
You know, there's like a trash can located like every like 20 feet.
I've never been.
Never been to Disney World. We can't go.
I have.
We can't
I
go
can't
now.
afford that.
Well, no, it's not that. We can't go because we're adults. You don't want to be an adult in Disney World. That's not fun.
The hell you say?
That's not
Oh,
fun.
I'll buy.
I'm trying to build me a fucking lightsaber, boy.
That's order it online. Like, that's not
The
fun.
lightsabers are $400.
But there's a whole journey to make it. My buddy at work went. He showed me the journey. I was like, that's sick as fuck.
Big rips there, guys. Can somebody like donate to this man a fully functional lightsaber so he can shut the hell up?
You're gonna be upset when I come through for Halloween in a sick ass Jedi or Sith outfit with the fucking lightsaber that I got from Disney, and you're like, "Damn, that's a pretty sick lightsaber. I feel bad about that."
They're gonna be like,
it's gonna be you,
I'll do a lightsaber.
and I'm gonna say no because it was $400 and you didn't help.
I'm gonna climb on Marcus's back and we're gonna do what's
Yoda
that?
and
No,
Luke.
No. What's the robot? General Kenobi. General Grievous.
General Grievous.
Yeah, we're gonna do him. I'm gonna have.
Hello there, General Grievous.
So that's what I'm gonna do, and you're gonna be so jealous.
I will be.
But
I'd be sick.
I do think I think going to Disney World as an adult is kind of like not weird. I just don't see the appeal. Like I don't see the
A lot
appeal.
of it is tailored.
Because you're
towards
old.
kids.
Well, it's because I mean, it's like a nostalgia feeling. But I never got to go to Disney World. My parents are poor as hell. We got to go to Six Flags once and Astro World. That's something y'all youngins probably never heard of. It closed down years ago, but we got to go to there. But we never got to go to Disney World. That wasn't an option. We never had that kind of money, and like because I never got a taste of Disney World. I never wanted to go to Disney World, and that's big rips on that one.
I mean,
You know
I've
where
always
we
wanted to
gotta
go
go?
just once, but Universal.
We gotta go to Universal.
Was that like the nerd place where nerds go?
That's the
Yeah.
Harry Potter place, dog.
Okay.
They got Harry Potter. They
'em
got
with
the
the spells.
Hulk. They have some Marvel. They got like all kinds of shit. They got Jurassic Park.
Okay, y'all gonna hate me for this, and all the fans that are listening are gonna hate me for this. Fuck Harry Potter, the movies,
Okay, I'm leaving. Bye. No, I'm kidding.
especially the first one. Do you remember whenever they come with the trolley full of food, and then they go trolley, and then Ron goes, "Oh, sit," and then Harry goes, "We'll buy the lot." You remember that shit? Do you remember that asshole doing that? Doing that, like how? What an asshole! And then you know what happened right after that? Hermione's thirsty ass heard that some high roller bought
She heard the jingle.
her bought the lot and came out there shining wizard with her. Like it was dumb. I was so mad about that scene. I think about everyone. We'll buy the lot after Ron has like a nasty ass like egg salad sandwich. This is like mildew and shit. And why does Ron have the only rat? That wasn't even part of the animals you can get. So there's a lot of things I don't like about that movie. But there's really
Have
the first
you
one.
read the books?
No, that's why I'm saying the movie. The books I heard are great.
The books. So I don't
I'm
read.
crying. I didn't know
But
we struck a nerve, man.
I've been talking about this shit for a while.
when I was overnight, I listened to all the books, the audiobooks, and the books. I love the movies, but the books are significantly better.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I mean, most books are like that.
Not you, not Hermione.
But and also Jurassic Park. 1 is great, 2 is good, 3 is mid, and everything after that is fucking trash.
Yes,
You're right.
I agree with that.
Absolutely ass. Like there was like the fuck was
Yeah.
up with the last one with the fucking giant crickets. Like
So I actually haven't seen the last one because I
Neither have
heard
I.
so much shit about it.
I
I only saw the first two of like the new trilogy.
I don't like it. I don't like the new one. I thought Chris Pratt was good, like funny. Just being Chris Pratt, I just like Chris Pratt, generally speaking.
Yeah,
He's great.
I get you.
I just liked him in roles because I really liked him as
Andy?
Yeah. So,
Yes!
so when I see him in anything else, I really like him. But like, I just feel like the way they went that route. So I know this was tangenting off of what we originally, but I just wanted to get that out. Fuck the new
We hit a nerve.
the Jurassic Park movies. Like y'all ruined that franchise. Yeah, they just ruined it. Just like Star Wars got ruined. Like
You
yeah,
just know the customer service is ass at those parks.
yeah, they're definitely ass. Like, oh, you'll be safe. Fucking breaking over the walls and shit. Pterodactyls.
A pterodactyl.
I'm
Take 'em.
sorry, but I would never pay to go to a place where they're like, oh yeah, we have real They're extinct for a reason. We have
Kinda
movies about
stupid.
this.
I think I would go.
I would go. Yeah.
No, I mean,
I think I would go.
I would go. Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to die, so like, why not? But like, no.
I would go in a heartbeat because that sounds cool. Maybe not watching the
That was
movies,
kind of cool.
but I would definitely have gone if that was a real place. I mean, I'm sure at Universal Studios there's some kind of attractions, but it's animatronic. I want the real deal.
Yeah, dude, I want a velociraptor screaming in my face.
Yeah, I want it carrying my heavy ass around.
Now this is still tangent, but the one thing I do want to go to is Halloween Horror Nights in Universal.
Yes,
Yeah, that would.
me too.
Because they have like the themes for like movies and shit, and I thought that's gonna be sick.
Yeah, I think so as well. That would be awesome. I might go to that one day. I mean, again, like, I'm not shitting on Universal. I'm just shitting on some of the products, like the rebuilds and the remakes and things like that. And in a sense, that's shitty customer service. They let me down. They let me down.
I mean, we always bring it full circle.
Always bring it back.
Yeah, I got to bring it back. Yeah, we're going way off of tangents on this one, but
It's
really,
alright.
it's yeah. So like a lot of the places that like give me shitty customer service have been like Wingstop is a big one. Popeyes is known for giving me shitty customer service, but I don't really find that to be so true nowadays. But I don't see them giving. Yeah,
I've gotten some shit service at Popeyes.
like
I've got some shit food from Popeyes.
well, that's what it's supposed to be. Like you're supposed to.
No,
fix-
like it was bad.
wow, like rancid.
You don't go for good food.
Yeah, no, it was like rants. Like I had to go back and be like, yo, what the fuck is this, dude?
Well, they used to have a restaurant, and it's still around. It's hard to find now. Where it was definitely shitty customer service.
Dicks.
But it was really delicious shit food, and it was called Boat and Net.
Oh, I've heard of Boat and Net.
Boat and Net.
Oh.
Boat and Net. Like anytime like my brother would come around, we'll get Boat and Net, and like it always two things happens. One, today is like, what the fuck you want? Like, what are you doing here? Like, oh, we're here for Boat and Net. Oh, I forgot. You know, I work here. And then they give us this shitty food. We eat it. It's so good. It's delicious. I'm like watering. And literally 8 hours later, I'm like in a coma. I'm like my I can't even my stomach won't hold. I can't drink water. I can't use the restroom. I'm like stuck in limbo, like with diarrhea and constipation. But it's worth
And
it.
it makes it better that like you get their attention by pressing like a doorbell, and then they just open like the sliding door as if they've just been sitting there.
Dead ass. Last one.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. Last one I did. It was it was a bell, and you pulled it. I mean, it was one step away from like Dixie cups and string. It was so close to that. I was like, yeah, I'll make the number 2, and then they're like, you say number 2, like it was so close. But yeah, it was in the way it was set up was like a Woody doll ring on from the drive-through window, and you reach in and hook it and pull it, and instead of saying I got a snake in my boot, you hear and then you know what they said. Yeah, exactly. Number two, yes, whatever. Just throw shrimp on there. I don't care if it's not if it's been sitting out for months. I want it. Put it on the table. But
I
yeah,
thought I thought you were gonna say dicks because they're known for just being assholes.
yeah. That's like
Because it's dicks, right?
yeah, sticks. That's just comedic assholes. Like them.
I
Just
know,
they're
but like I
funny
thought
though. I've seen some
You're
videos.
going there to like to have people be
berated.
rude
Yeah,
to
I
you.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's kind of hot.
They're pretty funny. Some of them are really funny. The way they like here your napkins, they'll like throw like a fucking stack of napkins. But no, I mean just generally speaking.
There's another restaurant that's a thing, and it's called Karen's, and everyone there is just like an asshole. Like every lady that they only have a woman staff, like an all woman staff, and they are just such bitches.
I don't want to go.
It's called Karen's,
Do
and
they
then
have
like
the haircut?
I don't know. I saw a video though where it was like a Karen that went to this restaurant, and it said she was like, "Can I get a burger and fries?" She goes, "No, you can get a side of cunt." And I was like, like my jaw dropped. And the lady was like, "What did you just say to me?" She was like, "I said you can get some something cunt." Like she called her a cunt like 4 times, and I was like, "Bitch, stop."
You can't say those words, right, Ed?
I mean, you're not supposed to.
Thanks for that. Thanks for the ambivalence.
Was
Yeah,
I not supposed to say that?
I don't care.
Oh,
I don't think it matters when a girl says it. I think it matters when a boy says
I got
it.
nervous.
I mean, it doesn't get bleeped on Sunny, so I think it's okay.
Okay, yeah, we're using Sunny in Philadelphia to provide our censorship. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. So if they can
they
get
are
away
like
with
the
it-
live action South Park. They can get away with so many things. Pretty sure we can get away with some of it.
Got it. Well, in
Limited.
that case,
There's some things they can't get away with. Okay.
I almost
There's
said
some things.
I
No,
almost said
no,
some
no.
stuff.
There's some things they said that they got away with. We can't do that. No,
Yeah,
no, no,
I
no, no,
almost
no.
said a couple
I know what you're talking about.
things.
No, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
yeah,
This
good-
isn't Hero Hate Crime episode. No.
Good customer service there, Ed, and stopping me from saying things that I might regret later. But
This isn't Marcus before we stream. No.
I definitely I do like that being in the customer service industry to an extent. I don't really like dealing with too much customers, but at this point now I'm kind of like I'm a teacher, so a lot of times I don't really have to deal with that. The beauty of it is I don't have to deal with I don't have to deal with parents. Parents are the worst.
Oh, because you teach adults
That's
now,
right.
I teach adults now, yeah, and I don't even do that much teaching anymore. I'm running mostly the data for the everyday, but like I teach adults, and it's a lot easier because there's a lot more accountability. It's like when they don't do the work, they know why they're failing. Instead of like a kid saying like I don't know why I'm failing. Motherfucker didn't show up to class, didn't do the homework, didn't do the test, failed the assignments, didn't all this shit like drawing watches on his wrist. Go ahead.
Have you taught kids before?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, just for
So, like-
small time.
So, like, in your career, have you, like, gotten a phone call from, like, an adult's parent? And, like, why is my son failing?
No, I've never gotten that. I've gotten a call from a parental figure in the person's life, and it's a lot tricky because I deal with sometimes I'll deal with minors to an extent like that. They withdrew from high school. I'll deal with them, and they're not great, but we have a mutual respect. But the problem is that they don't. There's a reason they're there. A lot of times it's sometimes it's like the normal like situation is typically they'll get like taken out of school because of maybe they got pregnant or maybe they did this. But what I've been noticing is sometimes they get pressure to get out of school by by authoritarian figures in the school that they're in. So they'll be like, because some, I don't know how much I can get in depth here, but like I'll just say it that there was a school district that I worked in that area, and I was teaching adult education, and one of the students comes to me, 16 years old, and said, my mom just pulled me out of school and I'm dropping out. And I was like, I don't think that's a good idea because we're not supposed to. I mean, generally speaking, it's not a good idea. Like, in some cases, like a very rare scenario, it's a good idea to do that. Like if I can't really think of a good one. Maybe like you're moving away, or maybe there's some kind of like situation at home, or maybe you're homeless. There's things like that constitute leaving school. But a lot of times it's like they're just not listening, that they don't want to participate in class, that they don't like their teachers, that they think that they can do better outside of class. The truth is, I condense 4 or 5 years of math into 12 weeks. That's not a lot
That's
of time.
crazy.
It's not a lot of time to learn a lot. So you're missing out a lot of things there, and it's geared toward the GED test specifically. So really, it's not even like you're getting the content. You're just getting enough to pass the GED test and whatever test we provide. But I've seen it. So what happened in this district was, so a student, a 16-year-old comes to me. His mom comes to me too, says that I pulled him out. He just wasn't doing good. We don't like that school. And I was like, it's not really a good reason to pull him out. And then he goes, oh, and the principal said he wanted him to come here. And I was like, what? The principal was basically convinced him to drop out of school, off the record, because, and this is coming from the parent, there's some fabrication that could happen, but she said that they were like basically trying to get him out of school because they didn't want his test scores because they're too low.
That's messed up.
So he
Yeah,
comes out of
that's
school.
what.
Yeah, he comes to me and 16 years old, and then his mom says, "I'm also thinking about pulling my 14-year-old." I was like, "Don't do that." So yeah, it's a bigger issue to pull out a 16-year-old because, one, they're a minor, two, they're limited on the things they can do after that. Three, it has to be court ordered only, so basically have to enter truancy to get there. So there was a lot of things that can happen, and it's sad. But yeah, the school district was basically pressuring students. Like, I think you do better at these GD classes down the street. And
They're not giving them a chance.
yeah, and really, it's
That's
easy.
crazy.
It's easy for them because, like, how appealing would it be for you, who's not showing up to class, and I'm principal, and I tell you, hey, maybe you should go to the GD classes. You don't have to go every day. They're twice a week. They're only 6. You only got to go for 3 hours every other day, on Monday and Wednesday, or Tuesday and Thursday. They're like-minded individuals. You have the whole afternoon off to do whatever you want. You don't even have to show up. So there was a lot that went in there, and I'm on the other edge. I'm like, don't. I love what I do, and I love providing second chances to people that didn't get it. But I don't condone leaving school early. Now, I do think there is some scenarios where that's a good thing, but it's really rare, and it's a case-by-case basis. I think one of them is like you're going to have a child. That's a good reason to maybe get away from school. I'm not saying to do that. I'd rather you finish it. And a good friend of mine, she finished and got her diploma while being pregnant, and I think a lot of people can do it. But I will never condone it. But I know there is some circumstances that require you to do it. But
I know
anyways.
this girl. I know this girl that I used to go to school with, and her mom pulled her out of school literally like not even completely into her freshman year, and she said that she was going to get homeschooled for like the remainder of high school. Keep in mind it's freshman year, and so I would see her like every now and then, and I'd ask her like how everything's going. She basically just dropped out. Like, she never did her homeschooling. She kept saying that like the books never came in, and she kept saying like all this stuff. To this day, I think she's about 25, 26 now, who still lives with her mom and like doesn't have a job, never went back to school, isn't in college, like is just basically living off of her mom. And like, it was a really sad thing because she and I were like really good friends at one point, and I was like, dang, that sucks.
Yeah, there has to be with the level of accountability. If you're not accountable for yourself and when you're an adult, I mean, then there's nothing really we can do for you. You have to know that.
Yeah.
It's like I always because I teach adults, and sometimes they don't get it, and I always go, "Did you do the homework? No. Did you watch the videos I provided? No. Did you read the notes? No. So you're saying that you didn't do the basic things to learn this stuff, and you're saying you're confused when we moved on. Like, to me, I'm gonna. So normally what I say is like I always say like, how about you stick around after class and we'll work one-on-one. But a lot of times I'm not frustrated. I'm just like, you need to be accountable for yourself. The only reason I'm doing this is because I want you to be successful, even if you don't want to be. Because I'm looking out for you and for the numbers, and I'm looking out for the program, and I want everyone to be successful.
And that shows how you are in terms of customer service. Like,
Yeah.
that shows how you treat people.
Yeah, I mean, I want everyone to be successful. I mean, I know I'm a humanitist, so I want everyone to move forward as a collective good. But yeah, I mean, I guess we did go on a little tangent here, but it's been good. I'm glad. You guys got anything else to add?
Mm,
Treat people the way you want to be treated. I
I mean,
guess that's the moral of the story.
I would say customer service is like it's its own thing, and yeah, at the end of the day, it's just you just gotta treat people how you would want to. Like, this is the best mentality to have when you're working in customer service or dealing with someone in customer service. How would you want that conversation to go? How would you want that situation to be? You know, just if you stay in that same level, it's gonna be a good conversation. They'll be nice to you. You be nice to them. If you come up to someone working with an attitude or pissed off because something's wrong, they're more likely going to be the same way to you because they don't know you. They're working and you're coming at them strong. Why do you expect them not to be strong at you if you're accusing them for something and it may not even be their own thing? They can work in a different part of the store and walk by you at the wrong moment.
True. They don't know what's happening, and you never know what's going on in someone's life, so you'd never want to treat them terribly because like you don't know what they're dealing with. You don't know how many people they had come up to them that day. Like you always want to like come up to somebody and like, hey, if you have a moment, like, hey, I have a question. Like don't come up to them like, I need this right now and I need you to figure it out for me. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I always try to treat people as if they're having like the worst day. That's just me though.
I'm a little the way I always think about it is that I think of it the same way as like a marriage that's not working out. Whenever husbands and wives bicker, it's not you versus them. It's not him versus her. It's you two versus the problem. And whenever you come to a customer and you treat it like they're having a problem, it's not you versus me. It's you and I working together to get you what you want. And
Yeah.
and internally, like that's my job. That's what I get paid to do. I'm here to get your job. But a lot of times with retail, I always find that they don't account for the time you're with customers. They don't account for the 45 minutes you took on a phone call, and then they showed up, and you're doing 20 minutes with them looking for the item, and then it's not there, and you look in the back and you're calling. They don't account for that time. They don't account for that. Back in the day, they used to account for time like that. They don't do it now.
So you're absolutely right. Like there are some, people in charge and stuff that will account for that. But I've worked with some people who they legitimately got upset with me because I was not like they were like, "Why'd you take so long?" or "Where'd you go?" And I'm like, "You saw me help this customer. And, they were looking for this." Like, I'd explain everything, and they'd still get mad at me. I'm like, "What do you want me to do?" Like, I got told one time because I was working on something, and the top guy was next to me, and a customer came by, and I told him, "Oh, it's on this aisle, and it's over here." And I told them where it was, and they walked away. And he's like, "Hey, next time walk them." So I would, take them to the product. And then my, the new leader I had after that was like, "Why are you taking so long? Why are you doing this?" And I'm like, "Because I'm helping the customer."
Yeah.
And yeah, they don't acknowledge that.
They don't account for that. Your day in retail is you come in and you already know what you got to do. And it's 8 hours of stocking, working. I mean, especially for me, I already knew everything I had to do. Especially when I was in dairy, it was like come in, fill milk, break down load, break down truck, refill milk, eggs, take a lunch, come back, read, finish up everything, clean, sweep, mop, and that was like an 8 hour shift. And in that 8 hours, I got customers calling. I got customers pulling me out, saying, "Come out here. Can you show me where this is?" And sure enough, they want something that's on the complete opposite side of the store. I walk them out there. Like there's been so many times where I lost so much time dealing with customers. And I say that it's sad to say that because really employment, like when you worked in a dairy, it was like a good thing. Like you were there to serve the customer. Like everything else was not. The number one thing was to serve the customer. And it's kind of dipped away as like efficiency and productivity are the only things we care about. Customer service falls last to it. And you know how I know that? Wait till you're in retail and you work and you're at 39.97 hours and a customer asks you a question and you tell your boss, "Hey, I'm about to get my 40." You know what he's going to say? "Clock out, go home." He's not going to say, "Go help that customer." You might go over and we'll deal with that. But, we want you to, help that customer. They're going to tell you to drop that case. If you ever want to leave early from work Tell them you're almost at 40 hours in retail. They'll tell you to drop whatever you're doing, get out, go clock out right now. I'll clock you out right now. Yeah, they will tell you that because because productivity and efficiency are the only things they care about. They don't care about customer service anymore.
Yes. So I will say I'm kind of blessed right now because my leaders right now that I'm with, like, they are for like helping. So like, if I tell them I'm at 40, sometimes they'll tell me, okay, go. But then there have been times where like, you know what, that's fine. Stay, finish what you're doing. If you're helping someone. And there are some still people out there that have the mentality of like, it is for the customer. We are customer service. We are here for them as
And
well
see,
as doing our job.
ever since I got my position changed from just like what I was doing to like now I'm a supervisor, I'm a manager, I have hit overtime every week for the past month and a half. Just because they were like, hey, before you leave, can you do this? Hey, before you leave, can you do that? Oh, we have to do this really quick. Can you do that? Not, what am I going to do? Well, tell them no. Like, yeah, like my bosses are asking me to do something. I'm like, hey, I'm at my 40. They're like, oh, it's okay. It's just a couple minutes. Like, you're fine. But like, I have hit overtime every week for the past however long just because they need me to do something like last minute.
Yeah, and like in a position like that, it doesn't. It's like it's financially irresponsible. But I mean, if they're telling you all you can during the COVID or during Hurricane Harvey, they told me,
oh my god,
all you can eat overtime. Oh, they called me. They said all you can eat overtime. So I was working like 15-hour shifts every day.
Same.
I worked every day, open to close for like a week, and I clocked out at like 80 something hours, almost 90 hours.
Yeah, it was funny. I worked the first day we opened after that happened. I worked 8 to 8 on the register, and then we're from 8 to 3:30 in the morning stocking truck because my only one of my partners showed up, and like we had to throw a truck. And then once they said, because I was over too, and once they said it didn't matter, boy, I didn't leave. Yeah. Like I was like, I'm here. You ain't getting rid of me.
Yeah.
My old managers were about to throw me on a check stand with 0 training. They were like, honestly, we might just need you on a register. And I was like, dog, I don't have my TBC. I'll get fired.
Yeah, I remember like just, it was like such a nightmarish like event because my house caved in. So like I had to like drive an hour back. So it seemed almost like, it would be dumb to work like an 8-hour shift and then drive an hour and a half away and drive an hour and a half back. So a lot of times I would just work from whatever time they needed me all the way to the end until I was like physically exhausted. My feet were blistered. My back was hurting. Like I was like headaches. I didn't have like, and I would always like work through breaks and things like that because I want to finish. And that was kind of a thing that was shown to me is like, I'm at a position right now where they say we work till we get the job done. Fine, that's great. But when I was there, it's like we work to get the job done under 40 hours. And if you don't, no matter what, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if a bus came in and they wiped out your entire shelves, and then you had a clean up mess. Doesn't matter. You still need to get the job done in the allotted time. So that's what I was getting about, like the whole not considering like helping customers with
no
yeah yeah without not considering the customer engagement time you spend on them in your daily, in your like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever the case may be. If they did that, things would be more proficient because it would be like, I'm here to service the customer, but I have like no customers ask me any questions. It's kind of slow. Let me go ahead and work out extra stuff. But what happens, right? And it's a give and take because some employees would just be like, employees would just be like, nah, like I mean, the 3 hours for customer service, I only spent 1 hour on it. The other 2 hours, I'm just gonna fuck off. I'm gonna go sit in the cooler, go sit in the break room, and they're the ones that are stealing the time and ruining it for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But that's true.
But at the end of the day, I'm always here to help. I just want to help people.
Same.
And
customer service definitely isn't for everybody, though.
Nope, gotta have thick skin.
Some people definitely aren't fit to be in that kind of position. That's where you get the rude people that you get every so often. They're just not built for it.
Yeah.
You have to want to help people, and then you like at least a little bit. But then you also have to be kind of bitchy to be in customer service too. I think almost everybody who works in customer service has to have a little bit of that pushback. Otherwise, those customers will just steamroll over you. So it's like you got to like it's like a balance that you gotta kind of have where it's like you gotta stand your ground, but at the same time you can't like you're there to help the person.
Yeah, the whole customer is always right is such bullshit. It's such bullshit. I mean, it's like the dumbest thing ever. You know, one time back in the day, they told me that one of the leaders was in charge of handling all of the customer complaints, no matter how ridiculous they were, how dumb they were. One of them came in and he was telling me about it. He said that there was too many Mexicans and black people working here. How do you address that? How do you address that? Oh, I'm so sorry that we hire diversity. Like he said that, and there's nothing you could do. Like he had to address it. So the customer's not always right. They're not.
Oh, like
That's
I'm sorry you're racist, sir.
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
can't help that.
Um, Yeah, and he just said there's he basically quoted exactly like the equal employment whatever. He basically said like yeah, he's like HEB prides itself on hiring the diverse group, whatever it was. That's how he said it. And I was thinking like, I mean that's a good response because you know he didn't say like oh appreciate your feedback or thank you for your complaint. Like he basically just told him like we're gonna hire diversity and that's the end of it. Like we don't need your business if you're gonna be a racist. So
Yeah, definitely.
so yeah, the customer is not always right, but you know, it's that came about kind of in an era where customers weren't so demanding, they weren't so pushy. Um, you know, they would be like, you know, the customer's always right. You know, oh, you're right. You know, do you remember in store shoppers or out of date shoppers? I apologize. You don't have to answer if y'all don't want to. You know, out of date shoppers was a thing back when I worked in retail. If you found an out of date, you got the item for free. In date item.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That was such a good thing because one it helped us identify out of dates, and two it gave the customer a free item. But it was good for a limited time because once people found out about it, immediately took advantage of it. They would come in with binders of dates and they say like, "Oh, this is gonna go out on Friday. I'll come get it Friday." They'd come back. So instead of saying like, "Hey, you got this going out of date on Friday. You might want to pull it tomorrow or something," they would wait till Friday, come find that one item, put it in their basket, and basically they'd push the basket full of frozen pizzas, coffee, salt, not salt, you know, like sugar, marshmallows,
Anything that would go out of date.
cereal, chips. They'd find them, and then it got to the point where they're hiding them. And yeah, we had he might listen to this. He worked with us, and he got fired. I think for stealing time. He was basically showing up to work like without being on the schedule, and he got fired. And he would come in there and be out of date shopping, and he'd be like, "I don't know what to do, guys. I just don't have enough money for groceries. This is the only way I can eat." That's what we would do, like a dickhead. We didn't fire him, but he made so much work for us. And then they caught him hiding a brisket.
Oh,
Yeah, they caught him hiding a brisket, and the market guy who's now retired was like, "If I ever catch you hiding a brisket in, I don't give a shit if I'm on the clock. I'm gonna kick your ass." He just said that to him, and that dude never showed back up. And I was just like, "Oh, thank God!" Like,
I mean,
that-
fair. Like
one of
that's so fucked up.
yeah, it was
one
such
of
an
my
asshole.
favorite things like ever. My aunt was one of those people, and she came in one time and she was telling me about this story that she had like a cart, like a basket full of bread. All of this bread was expired, and she brought it up to the cashier. I was off the clock. I was like, it was a separate family event. She brought it up to the cashier and was like, "I want all of this bread for free because it's out of date." And when she was telling me this, I cut her off and I was like, "Well, what's the cashier going to do? The cashier doesn't know what they're doing." And she goes, like, she could see her getting mad because I, like, could talk back to her like that, like, off the
Oh,
clock. And I was like, if you're gonna take a basket full of bread to the cashier and say that you want it for free, they're not gonna know what to do. Like, if you want to do anything like that, like, you gotta talk to somebody else. You gotta talk to somebody in that department. You gotta talk to one of the managers. You gotta talk to, like, somebody in customer service. Like, don't bring it to a cashier. And then my aunt was mad, complaining that the cashier didn't know what she was doing. And I was like, well, yeah, the cashier's not going to know what they're doing. If a lady brought a basket of bread up to me on my check stand and said, all of this is out of date, I want it for free, I'd be like, you're high. I don't know what you want from me. Like, you're not getting that for free.
yeah. I
Like,
mean,
you can go buy the bread that's like in date and that's not bad, and we can take care of that and put it somewhere else. Like, we're not going to sell you bad bread.
yeah. I mean, and
Like,
that was the thing. They did that. Like, that was a very popular thing they used to do. What do you say? Sorry.
oh no, that's
Yeah,
it. I'm done.
yeah. You said like, and you were gonna say something, but
No, no.
that was such a nightmare thing that happened. That one time they tried to do it with beer, and if you don't know this, beer has what's called a born-on date.
Yeah.
And I think it's 100 days after the born-on date that it expires.
Yeah.
So if you ever
Well,
see,
it goes skunk.
yeah,
You
whatever
can still
that
drink
is.
it.
I mean,
You can still drink
I
it.
don't
It
care.
just
Dude.
tastes different.
I drink beer that's rolled under my car.
Well, I've
Like
always
the-
called it skunk beer. So when it's past like the 100 days over, it's just skunk. So like it's not as good and it tastes different, but
I-
it's still you can still drink
I
it.
like skunky beers like Heineken. Skunky beer is good. If you're not drinking skunky beers, you're missing out. Actually, Heineken is one of those beers you can drink warm. It's not bad.
Heineken's a different type of thing, though, man.
It's for grown-ups,
Yeah.
Ed. It's for grown-ups. Have fun. Have fun. What are you drinking, Ed? Let's go ahead and put it out there.
Fucking Natter Days, bro.
Okay, that's for children.
Okay.
That's for 12-year-olds.
Yeah, who drinks that? As if I'm not drinking like a little fruity truly.
Yeah, but that's for 13-year-olds, Miranda. Ed's drinking a 12
Oh, yeah.
Ed's drinking a 12-year-old beer.
12-year-old beer.
All right, guys. I think we covered a lot. I know we went on a lot of tangents, guys. I hope you appreciate the tangents. I do enjoy chatting up, and it always leads us to a new conversation and brings up a new issues and things that we always want to bring to life. Hopefully, next week we will have the whole gang back together, and we can talk about something that we love talking about, nostalgia shit. So hopefully next week we'll have a good nostalgia conversation. I don't want to give it away yet because again I don't know how long RC's going to be out. Hopefully it's not too long. I'm hoping for him to come back next week and film. If not, we're just gonna have to fire him and get a new co-host. I don't know, Miranda, if you want to fill out a resume or an application, we'll look into it. And obviously, we're not gonna be biased.
I can
No.
interview. I mean, I don't know.
We're gonna be super unbiased. Ed's she got the stuff job. Ed, she hasn't even filled out you're filling out the application for her.
When we talked about me coming on today, I was like, babe, I think you're a little biased. He was like, no, I think you'll be perfect. Like, honestly. And I was like, babe, are you sure?
Well, I was like,
might be a little like.
she deals with it more than like I do and you did for the most part because it's the business, like it's the center where people go for their problems.
Yeah,
So I was like,
I was.
I don't know if that's biased, but I was like, it's just like
It's biased, yeah.
good candidate.
It's
you know.
biased. Yeah, it's biased. Bias.
Okay.
You're biased. Everyone in the chat put bias. Hashtag Ed's bias. You get canceled.
Me
next week.
commenting.
I
in the
get
chat.
canceled for no fucking
You
reason.
get canceled. Sorry, Ed. You can't be on the podcast because you're biased.
Sorry, babe, you're gonna sleep on the futon.
But I appreciate you, Miranda, coming through whenever RC could, and I do appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
it was
Thank
kind
you
of,
for having me.
Definitely. All right, that's all we got for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoy it. We will be dropping this Tuesday, which I is so. It's like tomorrow, but I'm gonna drop it.
You said the day, bro. You didn't have to say the day.
I don't lie to my to my fans out there. I'm not a
Our
liar.
fans.
I'm not a liar. They're my fans. You have your own set of fans that like your little dad jokes. I have my own set of fans that like the beers that I drink and like they're
I
relating
feel
to
like
me.
I'm watching my parents fight. Like, stop.
Yeah. Who's the mom? Who's the mom and dad?
Edward's mom, your dad, obviously.
Yeah.
That's because I have the hair.
No, it's because you have the body frame of a young lady. That's why. And I have the body
Just
frame.
giggle.
I have the body frame of a middle-aged man that let himself go real quick.
Because
That's because I'm heavy set.
I'm not.
Because I breathe hard when I walk.
Because you are a middle-aged man.
Not middle age. 27 is not middle age. Shut up.
Oh, I thought you were 24, Steve.
No, I'm 27 or somewhere around there.
Oh, okay.
And no one's counting.
Somewhere
Yeah,
around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't count.
All right, guys. Well, I will catch you guys later. Thanks for being here. See you guys next week. All right. Bye.
Later.
Bye. Thank you.